Welcome in everybody. In today's video, we're going to be going over the refinery and squad equipment. We're playing on version 1.55 and the refinery was just added into the game a few months ago. The refinery allows you to craft ores into alloys, and you will then use the alloys to smith squad equipment. There's 3 different qualities of ore, being common for the green one, rare for the blue one, and you can get a purple quality from the refinement pass. If you're free to play, you won't get the purple ones, but you can do plenty without paying. Every week, the refining contest pass will reset and you'll be able to earn these rewards once again. One of the key rewards being the machine oil, which allows you to quickly produce your alloy. So you can use the machine oil to speed up any alloy's production. I recommend you use this on your orange and purple quality alloys. When you refine an ore, you have a chance to get any quality, and a higher quality ore has a higher chance for a better alloy. There is a plundering system in this game, just like with raiding trucks, where you can be shown people around your power, and if you so choose, you are able to go and raid some of their supplies from their completed resources. This really isn't my style. I don't really do this all but rarely, but there's a smoke grenade that allows you to be hidden, and then there's also an energy can that reduces the amount of time it takes to raid enemy alloy. But you only raid about 10 alloy per raid, and you get only a certain charges of raids per day. At the beginning, when your refinery is a lower level, you will only have so many production nodes, and you will unlock them as you level up. You can read through your logs here, and there will be an arrow next to the level up button when it's ready to level up. If an alliance member is currently being raided, they can call for an SOS, and any alliance member can come in and banish their raider. You also have to set up your defense lineup, and this will be the team that defends you against raids, so it's good to come in here and reformulate this team every once in a while once you've gotten new power spikes. Okay, looks good. So that's the refinery basics out of the way. Let's get to the smithing. Now in the armory, there are 4 job types, 1 for each weapon category. The 4 job types are firearm master for the primary weapon, engineer for tactical weapons, material scientist for the bulletproof vests, and chemist for the mask. You may only pick 1 job, and if you decide to switch, only a portion of proficiency from the original job will be transferred to the new job. As for which job is the best to go for you, that's kind of up to you. I just happen to go firearm master on my main because it's a ranger main, and you only get a free job transfer once every 30 days. And as you can see, you get the little arrow for whatever job you have. And when you plug in a material, you'll see that my forge chances for a legendary firearm is over double all of the other 3 types of gear. So proficiency in your job will really help you get more legendaries and epics over time. Now you're able to craft with all 4 qualities of the alloys, but green will almost never result in a legendary. Most of the time this will just be fodder that you're gonna scrap. There's a second slot here to add augments. I don't believe you'll see any legendary augments unless you buy the refinery pass, but adding in an elite augment increases our chances by about 5% to see a legendary piece. You can see your forging buffs down here on the bottom as well. You can smith 1 at a time or hit auto smith to let it keep running. So let's see if we get a 1 in 4 here. There we go. I'll exit after that. So that's the basics of crafting. Let's check out all these gears that we're making and what they actually do. So let's check out the new piece that I just made. Legendary pieces have 3 specialized attributes or substats, and it's all RNG what they can roll. The basic attributes or the main stats will also be randomly rolled. And finally, through the manage tab, you can enhance certain pieces of gear's level to increase their basic attributes. In the smelt tab, you're able to reforge any other piece of gear that has that substat to increase the stat line here. Do keep in mind you will be sacrificing this piece of gear when done so. There's a neat little filter here to filter down to grade restrictions and or basic attributes filters that you want to discover. Use this when you're really trying to, when you've just made a lot and you can't really find the right piece that you're looking for. I've kept my bag as neat as possible, and for all the 3 pieces of gear that are not my job, I've kept it to just the 4 pieces that my squads are using. So you've gone through and you've made some of the gears with your alloys. Now it's time to equip them. Come over to the equip tab in the armory, and there will be a few key things that we're looking for. Specifically with your truck group, you want your truck's gear to have basic attributes that are for gathering bonuses. Additionally, you also would prefer to have gathering related perks on the specialized attributes as well, but that just takes time seeing them in RNG. There's no reason to have damaging stats as your basic attributes. You always want to look for the gathering speed for the truck pieces. As you can see, I've settled with some purples because they all have gathering speed basic attributes and gathering related specialized attributes. These just come over time and you just need to keep a lookout for them and make sure that your truck group in particular will only be done like this. All the other 3 groups you will have damage oriented stats. You can look at the buffs here in a panel and see that I have a gathering speed increase to all 4 types, then a flat gathering speed and a gathering bonus as well. So this is as good as I could have boosted my truck's gathering speed for now. Hopefully you aren't relying on your trucks for actual combat because they're weak to all other 3 troop types. They are not really designed for combat. Now I'll go over my Ranger next since they're my main and the one I've put the most time and focus into. With enough luck, you can roll special bonuses on legendary gears. So this piece is lucky, which improves the smelting effect, which is nice. And the smelting effect is whenever I sacrifice a piece of gear to increase one of the specialized attributes on this piece. If I went to manage it right now, as you can see, once you get up past +10 bonus, it starts to cost quite a bit to enhance. But these stats will just keep improving, and at the current moment I don't have any available materials that I could increase the range squad stats here, so they're stuck at that. As you can see, the basic attributes are all damage oriented: squad attack, counter damage taken reduction, squad basic attack, squad counter damage, basic attack and counter damage, and defense and counter damage taken reduced. Now it's extremely difficult to wait around for pieces with perfect specialized attributes, so for early to mid game I think settling on a piece that has 2 proper specialized attributes for your group is a good compromise. This piece in particular, my Vector in particular, is fantastic because all 3 of the specialized attributes are related to the Ranger squad. So I was very happy with this piece. I got it relatively early. I believe gear has a maximum of the +20 enhance. If you ever have any other questions about what a certain UI is trying to tell you, you should always look for this exclamation mark button, and it'll at least give you a brief breakdown of what's going on that screen, even if it's not clear to you up front. But other than that, it's really just RNG and time and just continuing to farm up your alloys and trying to craft more legendary gear. The more you craft, the more chances you get to get something that's actually good. See, unfortunately, I had to settle with a mask that only had epic range squad damage, and it has gathering related specialized attributes, but I've been using it for now. I kept it at +5 only because it only had 1 good specialized attribute. So what I'll do is auto craft all my green alloys real quick, and then when this is done, I will go and scrap them to show you how to get the scrap alloy. Alright, I did see 2 purples in there, and that was like a 1.24%. That's pretty good. Alright, so let's go to the bag, and I will now scrap all these because green quality and blue quality are generally worthless. As you can see, green quality get 1 basic attribute and no substats. And the same thing with blues. They only get 1 basic attribute and no substats. We did make a couple new purples, and the purples get 2 basic attributes and 1 specialized attribute. But the key difference here is that you're only able to enhance from the similar quality item. So you cannot enhance a legendary item with the specialized attribute of a purple quality item. That's how they get you. So if you're not settling for purples or just super early game and using a good purple, like see, this PPSH would actually be really good for my truck group because it's got the gathering speed basic attributes and it has a gathering related specialized attribute. See, compared to, it's the same thing here. You'll see the same basic attributes on the same weapon type. So all the PPSHs are the gathering oriented gun. So this random purple that I just rolled is just as good as the gun that I've been using for my truck group this whole time. I'll hold on to it for now, but okay. So to dismantle, we'll hit the button in the top right here, dismantle. And we can make this a lot easier by using filters. So if I filter all my normals and uncommons, those are the only things that show up now. And now you can hit the all button and you can feel safe in the fact that you're only scrapping your greens and blues. So we got our enhanced alloy out of that, a nice chunk. And I'm also gonna go through and dismantle the other purples that didn't have anything relevant to me. And now that I've gotten some extra alloy, I could come in here and enhance this again. So let's do that. All right, so the last thing that we're going to go over is the auction house. Now, this is not for free-to-play players. This is only for paid. If we back out and go to our drop-down menu here, we can go to the auction house. And this is where players can actually sell their items that they craft for in-game gold. Also would like to point out that you should come into the auction house daily to get your free daily report. I've looted mine today, but there will be a daily redeemable here that you can click. There's just free loot in there. It's one of the hidden daily lootables. Now here's the deal with the auction house. There's so many restrictions on this thing that it's kind of ridiculous. If you actually are going to be interested in actually selling gear on the auction house, I'm not going to cover all that in this video. The thing with this is you cannot use linked gold in the auction house. It has to be directly paid gold from the shop or the store, which is a huge bummer. I mean, I get why IGG does that. They don't want people making actual money off linked gold, because people could just be distributing from their alliance vaults and then returning an actual profit, which games always have to be careful with that kind of stuff because the top end players know how to abuse it. So you can only use actual paid gold when you're in the auction house. But as you can see, players put up all kinds of stuff. If you have an auction house ticket, you can sell your own gear, although you do have to put up gold up front and they will take a percentage of that gold if you complete a sale. So we can look at, you can sort by certain filters, you can sort by filters of part restriction or grade restriction that you want, and you can look specifically for certain basic or specialized attributes. And rarities on the specialized attributes do go all the way up to red quality. So that's just in-game crazy whale territory. You can see some players are just a little bit ridiculous with their gold. This is not worth 24,000 gold. I mean, it literally even has a gathering bonus perk, doesn't even have all 3 specialized attributes correct. But whatever, if anybody buys that, rip, dude. But if I were trying to find a better primary for my range squad, I could come through here and look for squad's basic attack damage or something like that. Add at least a purple rarity, filter it down, and then we could start at the cheap end first. So then you can go through and look. It's actually not a horrible one. I do like those. If only the 3rd specialized attribute was a match, then they would have charged way more for it. But this is a pretty good piece for 200 gold, if I'm being quite honest. That's not bad at all. And these are also time gated, so a post will only last like 48 hours or something like that. Yeah, 48-hour period. And if unsold after that, it will be automatically delisted. But that's how you would use the auction house if you actually pay gold and are looking to buy gears instead of having to craft them. But that is the refinery and the armory in a nutshell. Your goal is to get your troops as many of their most relevant buffs as humanly possible. And see, although I do have some great bonuses for my range damage, they are not optimized since I have like zombie kill XP, which isn't that crazy. That could be just more damage. And then I do have some gathering bonuses on one piece here, which is not optimized. But I'm almost at 1 million squad might for my rangers here with this. And this is, I would say I'm happy with this early game situation that I have. And the squad equipment is included in the equipment portion, so this will be your commander equipment and your squad equipment combined score. So at the moment I have just over 6 million. But that's all for the refinery, the armory, and the auction house. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments. And until next time, everybody, foots out. Cheers.